Today I want to talk to you guys about solar flares and why they affect us so much. So the sun produces a lot of light and energy, right? And when these light particles hit Mother Gaia and her energy field, it also affects ours as well, right? We're all made of energy. And think of it this way, when I know y'all have seen some of those healing videos where they show like this muddy glass of water and they're pouring this fresh, clean water onto this mud. And the more you put the water into the muddy, the clear water into the muddy water, it starts to bring up all this debris, and eventually it filters out all of the mud and it turns clear again, right? So it's similar to that. That's what's happening to us. So light represents awareness, consciousness. The light holds data, it holds information, and when we have unprocessed emotions or we have traumas, we have old memories that we suppress or emotions that we suppress, things that we deny, things we don't want to look at because they're painful or they're scary or they make us have anxiety, whatever the case may be. Those things are very dense, they're very compressed, they're very heavy. It's the darkness, it's the things that we're not conscious of. It's hidden from our sight, it's hidden from view. We don't have it sitting in the front of our mind. You know, it's kind of in the background, in the dark. So when the solar flares hit, this light, this information that's pouring into our energy field, it forces those densities up to create more awareness. So the light forces its way into the darkness to create more space, to illuminate it, to break up that density so that we become more enlightened, more aware, more healed, more integrated. So when you have these solar flares hit us, sometimes it can make us all feel very exhausted, very overwhelmed, almost like we've gone through some kind of electrical shock. Your nervous system can be like very flaring, especially if you have any of those nervous system issues, you know what I mean? Rheumatoid or MS or any of the things that, even if you have just any kind of illness or sickness or disease, whatever, it makes everything go on the fritz, right? Because what it's trying to do is shake things up, it's trying to get you to perceive something, to release something, to heal something. There's something that you're not aware of, something that you're unconscious about. So that's why you'll have memories come up to the surface, you'll have feelings that you suppress, that you push down, rise up to the surface, because the light is forcing its way into our energy fields to break up and disperse the densities so that we can become more enlightened, more aware, more conscious, more healed, more evolved, so that we're not unconscious about our, who we are. We don't heal by ignoring, by denying our truth, by denying our experience. We heal through integrating it. So when you can, if you have memories, certain memories come up, or certain traumas or certain emotions, don't judge them, observe them. What are they there to teach you? What are you learning? What is something that you need to feel so that you can release it? And letting go isn't just saying, okay, I'm going to let this go and pretend it didn't happen. It is allowing yourself to feel the experience, allowing yourself to feel the emotion, because the emotion is what's being suppressed. So if there was sadness and that was the truth, I felt so sad, or I felt so mad at this moment, or I felt so let down or disappointed, that is the feeling that needs to be integrated. It needs to be acknowledged and validated. Like, that was my truth, that was my experience, I went through this, it made me feel this way. But I am going to allow myself to nurture those emotions, because it is the truth, and we can't keep denying that that was the truth, that was our experience. But it is what has made you who you are today. You are stronger through that experience. And some things, you don't feel like, how can I be stronger through this experience? You have, and there's some things where, I don't have the wisdom for some of those experiences, like a parent who loses a child. That there, I believe, is one of the worst things we can experience here on this planet. So I don't have the wisdom of that, only that everyone has a chosen path and destiny, and there's a lot of things we don't have answers to until we all evolve and ascend or transition into the next plane. So my heart goes out to all of y'all who have those. And the only way you can go through that process is just to allow yourself that grief, you know what I mean? And that some things you can't ever overcome, as in the, you know, you can't you can't bring them back, you know what I mean? And there's nothing you can do to change the fact. So the only thing you can is accept the fact that it has happened, and that, you know, that pain may be something that you have to carry, you know, through your life of missing them. And that's okay. And that's what you have to do is know that it is okay that you feel that way. And that when you have an emotion or a sadness come up, allow yourself to experience it and to comfort yourself through it. That's really what you need to do, is just comfort yourself and give yourself a hug, whatever the body needs, whatever your soul needs. If you need rest, if you need time away, if you need to be able to just say no to somebody or something, if you need more fun in your life, you know, what are you denying? And even question those memories, question those feelings when they come up. What are you trying to teach me? What do I need to release? What do I need to see? What perspective do I need to shift? You know, how can I move on from this experience? Or what do I need to feel in order to let this go and to move on? Just take care of yourself and acknowledge and pay attention to what's coming up into your field of awareness whenever these solar flares hit, because they're forcing things up into your awareness. You know, like I said, light is information. If something's in the dark, that means we can't see it. We're unaware of it. We're suppressing it. You know, it's very heavy, and it's going to make you sick because it causes, you know, it's compacting into your energy field. So something that is a thought or a memory, you know, that emotion and everything, the more that we suppress it, the more compacted it gets, and it eventually causes physical illness. It eventually manifests here in the physical realm. And it wasn't something that started out, you know, started out as a physical, you know, illness. It started out as something in the mind and something in the emotional body that has just been constantly suppressed enough that it has now physically manifested as sickness and illness in the body. So as these solar flares come in, it will cause almost like your body to short circuit in those areas, or because there's a blockage there, you know, and so it's trying to force its way in to disperse that density, which then makes everything come up to our consciousness, to our awareness, for us to now process it and see it and become more aware of it, so that we can take our power back by learning to coexist with these experiences that we've been through, and eventually, ultimately heal them and become more whole because of those experiences. All right, so I hope this brings some kind of clarity and understanding about what you may be experiencing when you have these solar flares hit you, you know, and they can definitely cause burnout if you are not taking that time to rest and nurture yourself, okay? All right, you guys, I'm sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.